Return of the Hope Sports Roundtable with the coach, Ron Weatherbee, formerly a coach. Jerry Klomparens, retired, also formerly a coach. Dean Kreps, sometimes it seems like he's retired, but no, he is the head coach of the Flying Dutch, and of course a player to be named. Here he is, Ron Weatherbee. It's time for the Roundtable.
Good morning, football fans, and welcome to the Hope College Roundtable. I hope you join us every Friday morning as we meet here at 7:40, and Coach Kreps always brings a player along with him. And this morning we have his partner, Jerry Klomparens, and Coach Kreps, and a young man by the name of Fluarry Jackson, who has joined us here in the studio. And Coach, you've been walking around with a smile on your face quite a bit the start of this season, and you haven't played a ball game yet. What gives?
Well, we have, I think, the potential to have a great team this year. We have a lot of returners back and just a lot of great kids in this program right now, so I am very happy.
Well, you can't take this North Park group for granted out here because I was going back over some of the scoring and things like this last year, and at the end of the third quarter, it was 28-24 ball game. Oh. And you were wondering, hey, this one's getting kind of close. I got, my hair is getting gray and I don't have any. Yeah. And but yet we came back to pick up 2 touchdowns in that fourth quarter to make it look like an easy win. But it really wasn't. No,
it was a closer game than what the final score showed. We went for it on fourth down there early in the fourth and got it, and that kind of took the wind out of their sails. But they played a good game. I think the thing that's going to complicate this one for us a little bit, it's a new coaching staff, it's a new offense, new defense. We don't know for sure what they're going to do. We have no film on them. We just got the 2 deep last night, which is a little bit unusual, but they've tried to keep it pretty secret from us.
Well, I noticed that because going through their Facebook page and one thing and another on the computer this week, he makes a lot of answers to questions. People asked him, well, what are you going to run this year? And his answer has been coined out there. I'm not going to run the triple veer, that kind of stuff. And so he's not going to use what was used last year. He's going to be, I imagine, throwing the ball.
We think what we expect, they're going to be in a spread offense. They're going to throw it, but they'll run some out of there too. We're expecting a 4-2-5 defense, very similar to what we do. But again, it's somewhat of a guess. We know they scrimmaged Olivet Nazarene a couple of weeks ago. We did get a little information from that, but still, they could come out and totally surprise us. I would expect to see some tricks and try to confuse us if they can.
Well, you got a ball club out there that's an experienced ball club, and hopefully they can adjust. And one of those gentlemen that you have with you is Fluarry Jackson. Now, tell us a little bit about Fluarry.
Well, Fluarry changed positions. It was a year ago in this North Park game that he hurt his knee and was out for the rest of the season, which was very tough on him, but it also hurt our team. He's one of our special leaders, brings a lot of leadership to this program right now, and besides being a really good player for us, too. He's made the shift to fullback this year, brings a different dimension than Brian Lynn did last year. He's faster than Brian. Brian did some outstanding things for us. Fluarry's just a little bit quicker and can really pack a punch when he blocks. So we're excited to see him in action at fullback tomorrow.
And Fluarry Jackson, how do you feel about changing from tailback, where you're running the ball on more, to fullback, where you got some other responsibilities?
I like the switch because me and Sean gets to stay in the game together, and I love making an impact every play and staying in the game, and I like to be in the game and staying in, like not rotating with Sean. So I'm playing every play, which I really like.
When you talk about you and Sean being in the game together, you're talking about Sean Jackson, no relation, right?
No relation.
Didn't know each other before you got to Hope College?
Not at all.
What are you majoring in at Hope? You're a senior.
Sociology major.
And on track to graduate end of this year?
Yes, I did a commencement in the spring, and in December I'll have my papers.
And what do you plan on doing a year from now?
I will for sure be coaching, but
you want to coach?
Yes, I'm going to coach for sure, and I want to work with at-risk kids and give back. So,
good for you. Okay, tomorrow it's 4th and goal, ball on the 3-yard line. Game's tied, 3 seconds on the clock. Got it?
Yeah.
What play you want Coach to call?
Fluarry Jackson at running back, 22 lead.
What's that? That's called 22 lead?
22 lead.
That's fullback over the guard, I imagine,
yes,
right?
Yes, right.
You want to carry that ball those 3 yards?
I want to carry the ball, right.
How about a fake to Fluarry.
Not at all. No passing. No
Okay.
passing.
Well, Coach, you got him at fullback, but he's still all fullbacks inside like to carry the ball once or twice, and down there near the goal line is pretty good. Tough practice. Do you have you said earlier that you changed up your practice schedule and changed your procedures this
We
this
completely
year.
changed our preseason this year. We've always practiced in the afternoon, kind of in the heat of the day. And with this veteran team, we just felt like we could get a better preseason camp in. We shifted everything to the morning. I think it was better. It took less toll on our players. I think they enjoyed it more. Everybody just stayed a little bit fresher. And, we said, hey, the trade-off is we've got to go hard all the time. We can't, complain about the heat.
I think that's interesting. You said that after this year, 18th year, 19th year?
19th.
You took all the files, all the schedules, and put them to the side and started fresh. And I think for coaches, for business people, I think sometimes that's just a good procedure to do.
Coaches
and take
are always
take a whole new look at that practice schedule.
Coaches are usually, thought to just kind of pull out last year's stuff and kind of repeat. And I think a lot of coaches do. If it works, you don't need to change it. I said, hey, if we started from scratch, what would be the best way to do this? We still did everything we did before. We just did it in a better way, a more efficient way, and I think it helped our players.
Okay, Fluarry told us what play he wants, 4th and goal. What's the first play from scrimmage tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. This broadcast may be going into Illinois.
He's
We don't
talking
want to
about
give
the North Park
everything away.
coach. He's not going to tell us.
I think it'll be a reverse.
Ron, I wanted to look smart tomorrow and say, here's what I'm looking for in the first play, but
we'll run it or pass it one.
Coach isn't going to even tell us if he runs or passes.
Well, I got to warn Fluarry a little bit out there. He has to take some of your comments a little bit with a grain of salt because you're looking at another fullback that used to run a fullback position out of the I formation, and he played for me, and I never gave him the football, once or twice a ball game, and that's why he's saying.
In fact, he called me a guard. I didn't know I played fullback.
I think you may see our fullbacks carry the ball a little bit more.
I would imagine with Flurry's 6 feet 225, 210,
205 about.
205.
Yeah.
What's your 40 number?
I'm a solid 4.6 on a good day.
Full 6 on a good day. Yeah. That's good speed. All right.
Now, Coach, you got some new coaches on your staff out there this year, and one of them comes from North Park from last year.
We hired Bill Lund to coach our linebackers. Bill was the defensive coordinator at North Park last year, so he's anxious to go back and play. Their whole staff got released at the end of the season. I think he's been a great pickup for us. He's a very good coach. He's mature. He's been around. He's coached a number of places. He's brought a lot to our team right now.
Well, you have another new coach as well, do you not?
Mark Hebb is coaching our corners. Mark is a longtime high school coach up and down the Lake Shore. He was the head coach at Fremont. He's coached at Fruitport, a number of places. So he brings a lot of experience to that position as well. We also added Jake Manning. Jake was our quarterback back in 2007, won the championship for us in 6 and 7, and he's coaching our running back. So he's actually working with Fluarry and Sean.
Manning and Atwell get into a little bit of practice?
No, I think he's been a nice, I have Chris Mendels, the guy who still holds the pass completion percentage record at Hope, coaching the quarterbacks, but Jake Manning there, and Sam Nichols, has coached some pretty good quarterbacks around here too, so they get a lot of help.
And you got Mr. Reliable out there as your defensive coordinator, Mike Ricketts.
Coach Ricketts is back, does a great job with our defense. Those guys love him and love his enthusiasm, what he brings to our team, and so do I.
I noticed that you're getting better shape out there. I saw you sprint a couple times in drills.
Hey, I'll tell the jokes here. Now, I've lost a little bit of weight. Feeling pretty good.
That's good out there. And, you've got a good season to look forward to, and wish Fluarry all the best as he carries the football. And I'm kind of anxious to call his name out there, catching a few passes, too.
One
I
old
saw him
fullback
out there.
to another, buddy. I'm watching you. Rod, before we leave, want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk to Coach Kreps every week at the Roundtable. Thanks again, and it's a nice chance for the Holland audience to listen to Coach Kreps and to meet fine Hope College athletes, and we appreciate the time, my friend.
Well, that's it for today, and join us next week Friday at 7:40, and we'll try to bring you an update on next week's ball game, the Community Day against Militon. But first, it's North Park tomorrow evening,